I just want to record this so that you have it. I'm going to just stop my video. But, okay. So I'm going to go, sorry, excuse me. All right. So let me, actually, I'm going to turn off these other two. Let's just center this so we're white on white. Okay. So that's a bitmap. It knows it's a bitmap. I want to open the window. I'm going to open image trace so I get image trace. Now, at this point, the best place to start, because it's essentially black and white, is with the mode black and white. So there's black and white mode, there's grayscale, and there's color. All right. And essentially what we're looking at is hopefully we'll be able to do this in just black and white. But if it's not working, I'll try gray. But one of the things you need to click here is you click preview down in the bottom left. Okay, so now, and you can see that's lost detail, right? It's bleh. It's not good. Okay, so one of the things you make adjustment with is threshold. So we can check threshold. Okay, so now that's making it to, see, you go to there, it's just all black. You go to there, it's all white. Okay, that's why it starts in the middle. Okay, but the first thing I usually do is I check grayscale to see if it's gonna, that's really not helping me very much. So, okay, so I'm gonna go to advanced. And see, I'm gonna go back to black and white. Okay, and obviously you can see the problems. So these are three different adjustments that you can make. So if we go paths, this is going to have lots of paths.
I don't get the problem. Where is the problem?
Okay.
Here I'm trying to open the image trace. It's not opening.
Okay.
I don't have this option, image trace.
No, I have it in window, but I can't open it.
Advanced or which one?
The image trace.
Okay, so let me, just so you can see. So here's the original picture. And here's my initial tracing. Do you see the problem now? Especially on the English letters, the Roman actually letters. Okay. And even if we look here, there's less detail. This is a very sharp, nice font. Yeah? Do you see it now, the problem?
Yeah.
Because this is beautiful, clean font, and here now it's become crazy. Okay, it's become triangles. So, and I mean, you know, maybe a way to do it is to copy it twice, and then you'll be able to see what's going on. Now, by the simplest thing you can adjust, well, there's two, okay? Okay. The simplest thing you could adjust to color, and that's not helping us at all, and it really is not going to. Grayscale might, but that's looking pretty much the same as color. And black and white, it turns into black and white. It's a little sharper. So we're going to need to go to advanced. Paths is when we go, if we go fewer paths, okay, that's kind of Flintstones looking, right? I'm just curious, can you still read that?
Yes, I can still read it.
That Arabic is crazy like that. Okay. Because I mean, twisting it, and it's actually pretty cool the way, because it's so flowing. Okay, but obviously this is not going to do for us because this is not a proper copy of the logo itself. So the idea I'm trying to give you is that as you increase paths, you increase detail. So it's when I'm increasing, it becomes much truer to the original. That's a little too much. And I kind of pick out a letter, and this B for me was telling me a lot of information. And you can watch here, if I go a little lower, okay, that's not horrible. But I'm watching the B, and see its outside shape comes a little better with some more paths. And some, yeah. So right in there. Now I look here, the mark on top of this letter is not as nice, but basically it's there, and we're not going to be this zoomed into it. The rest of it looks pretty close.
So what
And
if you put 100% or 90%? It would just look more clearer.
I'm not, sorry, I didn't hear the whole thing you said.
Why don't you put 100%?
Oh, watch the B. It actually, it starts to lose shape. It's actually better up here, isn't it? Let me see. Okay, so there could be a point there, but even it's gotten a little rough. So if I look at the Arabic, okay, I'm seeing that, because this is the most detailed kind of shape. So I could do this because I've got two of them, right? So I liked, so what do you guys like? You like that?
Actually, it's 89%. 89 or 92 is good.
See, but we're losing the detail here, so. Because that's pretty clean on this, but we can bring in other pictures. So what I'm suggesting, so let's do the B, right? I remembered what happened. The B, the D, and the H. And see, the B just lost shape there. That's the start of it. There we go. And the I shaping it up.
Okay, doctor, why don't you do it as a vector, then select the letter B only and play with the path on the letter B only?
Well, I could. I mean, that's because actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to do it once for the English, and I'm going to do it once for the Arabic. So in a sense, but that's just, that is a lot of work. Okay, 80, you're right, 89 is pretty much it. Okay, because the other part is it will be much smaller, and I don't think some loss of detail will be noticeable. So now, okay, so what's going on now, all right, is that is traced, okay? And to turn it in, and so the program has made the shapes that it needs to trace. Now, the way that we turn it into an exact vector is to expand. So did you see that button? So up above here, because that button's not here at all. what it does is it says it's expand. And so now once it has all these handles, it's a vector. All right. So what I can do is,
I'm sorry, doctor, can you repeat one more time?
okay, so I'm going to undo. Right now, we can see the destination and where it's going to go. But to make it actually vectors is up here in the top bar is the expand button. That button also exists under object, expand. Okay, so we push the expand button, and now because we see the blue and we see all these handles, it is a vector. So if we look at it here, it's a giant group. There's all the little black ones, and that's the white pieces. Okay, so there's a number of ways to do this. One way is, I'm going to shut that off. So everything else you can see now, all the other layers are invisible. And on top of that, I'm going to lock them so I don't mess with them. Okay, so they're locked and invisible. I can then take the white arrow, I click off of here, then I click this. So because it's the white arrow, I have only selected part of the group. Okay, and I'll just show you the difference. If it's the black arrow and I click, I have selected everything. So if we want to see that over here in layers, it's all selected. I've clicked off. If I click the white arrow, it's only selected what I'm on, which is there you can see. And then, because you can see there's some white that's not selected, right?
I don't get the difference between the two. I see them the same, the white arrow and the black arrow.
Okay, so watch this shape right here. Okay, right now there's just handles on the outside. That means it's selected the outside. Okay, I'll switch to the black arrow. And you see it's also, there's handles on the inside. It has selected everything. Can you see over here on the edge, the layers window?
Yes.
Everything has a blue dot now. That means it's selected. I'll switch to the white arrow. Only that single part of it.
Okay. So
And none of these other things are selected.
so it's the thing you put your mouse on.
Yeah. So in the same way, I could go to this spot here, and I've only selected that. I could select black things, I could select that, and then there's the B. So the white arrow is the specific selection. The black arrow selects everything.
So now when we selected the for example the B letter, we can play with the B letter and enhance it more without affecting the rest of the letters?
That's possible, but it's not totally easy. So we could do that in a couple ways. We could do it here, okay? Or I could just, if I saw it here, I could select the B's right here. So virtually in Photoshop and Illustrator, there's always a ton of ways to do things. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is with this selection, you had to ask, how do I delete the background? Now, just so we can show our work, whoops, that's a mess. All right, so I just drew a rectangle. That's the shape tool right there. I'm now going to give it a color. I'm going to give it the color red. I am now going to object. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me see what's going on. Okay. All right. I now have to be in the right tool. So I'm in the selection tool. I'm going to object, arrange, send to the back. So now it's behind here. And we can see it. All right. If I take this selection tool and I just get the white, you can see there's still white left, right? Correct?
How
Yeah.
did you do it? What did you press?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. I pressed the delete key, but
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Okay. I've done this for too long and I do things with keys. So there, and then I could just go edit. I guess it's clear.
Okay.
And then edit, undo, clear. Now, because I want to get rid of all of the white stuff, that's why I locked out these other layers, because I don't want anything to happen to them. Okay. I can select this. Then up at the top, there's a drop-down menu that is, I can, what? Okay. Same. Okay. Same fill color. So that color is called the fill color. Stroke is on the outside of that, and I can show you that in a second. Okay, so I select the same fill color, and now if you look over here, I've selected everything that's white. Well, I haven't, the computer has. So now when I do edit clear or the delete key, I have cut out all the white stuff.
Can you repeat the step one more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I select the white. That's the part I want to delete, but I know that it's inside these letters. Then I select same fill color. Okay. This is the fill color right here. This is the fill color right here. Okay. So that's the color inside the shape. So select same fill color. All right. So now I've selected everything that's white, edit, clear.
Okay. This step only works if the background has one color?
Right. When you have something, which is why it's good to work in black and white. When you have multiple colors, you're going to have to spend more time cleaning it up.
Okay.
If you want to eliminate colors. And it's not impossible, but as even we can see here, the tracing tool is not perfect. And that's probably a good thing. It's not going to give us a perfect vector copy of something. Also, I mean, I've made, well, I'll just show it to you. Let me.
Doctor, I have a question. Can you undo?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I have something to ask you when you undo. Okay, so remember when you deleted from the white select button, but the insides remained?
Yeah.
Okay, can we do that again?
Yeah.
Okay. Now can we delete the insides by themselves?
Sure.
Okay. I just wanted to know if that's possible.
Yeah, but here I didn't select it perfectly, and I have to just do it twice. Because here. All right, so I have selected the inside of that O. I'm now going to zoom into that just so, okay? Because, all right, when it is this, okay, that's in a group, so that's not going to work. All right, let me go back to this. So I'm selecting it. If I switch to the black arrow, I could now manipulate the box, the bounding box. Okay? You see what? This gives us the box. I could do a whole bunch of things. But when I'm on the white arrow, it gives me all of these handles.
Mm-hmm.
So if I click on this, all right, I click in the middle of it, so I have all of it. If I click on the edge of it, it's only going to give me one little piece of it. Do you see that these are now white?
Mm.
That means, and that means they're not specifically selected. But the thing about these handles are, this is where you get crazy. Because now, if I hold down the white arrow on, okay. I have to make sure it's, so, okay, that's blue now, right? That means it's selected. White is not selected. When I did this, they're all blue. If I click here, these turn to white. So now I can do weird things. Okay, that is the power of the white arrow and also the danger. These are called, now it's an egg. These are called Bezier curves, because what I can also get are these handles. And I can make the curve bigger on this side, bigger on that side. I can plan a really cool swimming pool with a funny shape. Ooh, this is looking cool. All right. So any of these things, I can pull that shape down. So that's actually how you draw in Illustrator. Because I'm not going to go, this pin, if I switch to the pin tool, okay, so now I go to the white tool and I can fix some of this stuff. So there you can see, but in fact, this line I've drawn does not have any fill. And this is where it, okay. And now what I could do is give it some fill. I could make it white. So that's why I went up here. And then I could give it outline, so I could give it stroke. And I momentarily showed you this before, but if I give it stroke, let's go with something more visible. And then I can change the size of that stroke and all sorts of things. So that's where this
May I ask a question I should have asked long time ago?
Okay.
What is the pixel or like the height and the width you want the Adobe Illustrator to be? When we start creating one, yeah.
Of the poster itself. The poster itself.
Yes.
Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, it's an A3.
Oh. It's the same numbers you gave us before in Photoshop?
Yeah, I gave you the ratio. I could give you the exact number. I have to look it up, but I could give you the exact number. Actually, I don't have to look it up. If I click, okay, I unlocked the picture, and this tells me, if I go to properties, all right, this is in millimeters, not in pixels. I can switch it. If I go to preferences, I can go to units, general, I can switch to pixels. Now that shows me pixels. It is basically 840 by 1190 in pixels. I know it by millimeters, That's units. I switch the top back to millimeters because some of the design stuff I do. So it is 420 by 296.
Thank you.
So you can find it, okay? Not a bad question. All right, so, all right, I probably just showed you too much. Okay, so, see, and if I click that, it is still in the group. So that's why if I use the black arrow, it clicked everything. If I click the white arrow, then I could even take it out. I could grab it here and take it out of the group and make it operate on its own. All right, too much information. All right, so let me, I got a bazillion things to go back to. So I'm, there it is. Okay, so click on it, we'll plus. And that's another thing that Illustrator does. I don't know if you guys noticed that. All right, so I'm looking at this. I click on this. I want to work on it. I want to zoom in. I'm using the keyboard Command plus. So Command at the same time as the plus key, which is right there. And what it does is it will zoom in to what I have selected. So I go to Command plus, it now put it in the center, and so it zooms into that spot that I want. All right, so now I switch to the white arrow. Click there, select, same, fill color, delete, and now I've essentially got what I want. Okay, this part's not perfect, we'll leave it. We could actually, what I was gonna maybe show you was to do it again, and then I could just keep, well, I can do it. All right, so then I'm gonna do it fast this time. All right, I didn't put anything new on the clipboard. There it is, Lube Abu Dhabi. I'm gonna hit preview. This is back down at 50 again. And so I'm gonna take it to 100 because the Arabic, really this is the only part of the Arabic that looks better. That's fine. So I'm going to expand it. I am then, now here's another weird thing you can do with the white arrow. Okay. Everything that's blue is selected, everything that's white is not. So what happens is, if I do clear, it only clears the blue arrows, so that says those things are there. If I do edit clear again, it eliminates those. So there's our diamond shapes. Those diamond shapes are not as nice. Delete, 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 delete. And now all I have left from that second one, oops, there's a couple of white things. So what I can do is grab those. And now all I have left from that second time is this. What do you call it? What's this object called?
Hamza.
Okay, say it again.
Hamza.
Hamza.
Yes.
Okay, and that's this object here. Okay, so there it is. Actually, there it is. I could click on it. I've got a line up here, so I could align the two. I can go to layers. I can delete it, and then I can actually bring it in. And now the better Hamza is there, and it's part of the group. Wow. Okay, not perfect. It is not perfect.
Okay,
But
doctor, just to be sure, you took another picture and you used the arrows and you deleted everything except for the Hamza, and then
Yeah.
you can just simply take the Hamza, put it at the old Hamza,
Yep.
and
want me
then
to
going
walk?
to layers, from layers we can delete the old Hamza.
Yeah, and also I put it in exactly the same place. You want me to
Yeah,
walk through that again? Because I can do that.
okay. Okay.
Because you can do that with a lot of things. So we'll just progressively undo that. Come on, there, okay. So there I've got the whole thing. I take the white selection arrow. Okay, I've done it a little higher this time. So there it is. I have selected it all. Edit clear or the delete key. There's still stuff left. So I do it again, clear or the delete key. Now I take the black arrow, I'm going to select it. All right, I've deleted everything this time. Now there's that. Now I look inside here and I can see the Hamza in the original one. So what I'm going to do is take this one, and in layers, I'm going to bring it in here. So this is now, if I click on this, it grabs the whole group. So it's part of the group now.
So it's like grouping a picture in Microsoft Word.
Yeah, I'm not, it just means with the black arrow, I control them all together.
Okay.
They're still individual things, but they will move together. They will change together. So, did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the one up at the top. Here's the one at the bottom. What I want to do is I want to align them. I want to put the new Hamza exactly the same place as the old one. So the window I open, okay, is called align. Okay, so all right, I had taken that off. Okay, so as you can see, I've got those same align tools up here, but I've opened the window so you can see it. And now I've chosen those two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to align the left-hand side. Now they're aligned the left-hand side. Now I'm going to align their bottom, the bottom of the object, and now right on top of each other. We can remember that this Hamza has more detail. So this is the incorrect one on the top, the old one. I've selected it, edit clear or the delete key, and now it's kind of better looking. Okay, you can use align for a whole lot of things. In fact, we could take it over here if I wanted to. And if I tell you, I think you should align something. So let's just say I've taken this and it's up there for some unknown reason. And I say, okay, I want to align the Louvre logo with the Abu Dhabi logo. I've selected them both. You can see that box again. I open the align window and I align their bottoms.
Doctor, when selecting both, you just press Control and you press the
Okay.
thing?
No, it's shift. Sorry, it's shift.
Okay.
So I click the first one, then I hold shift select.
Okay.
Okay, now they're both selected. Now I could do this one or that one. I could align right. And then I think, wait a minute. Okay, that doesn't look awesome. but it could inspire me to make this bigger and have it go across the whole thing. And then these two are aligned. And so I could do this with numbers, or I could try something a little weird and see if it spreads out. Now it's pretty close. Let me just see. Okay, so it's got a little ways to go to be aligned with that one. That font stretches kind of nicely. Okay. And click, shift click.
I feel it looks fat now, you know, short
Yeah,
and
it
fat.
does. It lost its, you're right. You're totally right. It lost its character. Yeah. Because it's got really high, the letters are very tall, which means the ascenders, the top part go high, and actually even the descenders go low, but you're right. And that gives it its sort of beautiful flow. If I just wanted to try to make it bigger, I could change its font size, and then it holds on to its original. And overall, yeah, it's not fat now. And it's probably too much of a change. And so, see now, by having those much bigger letters, I lose emphasis on the image. So the words themselves do need to be smaller. Now I'm also seeing, actually that's why I don't like it up here. And I prefer it down here.
But I like it in the bigger handwriting.
Totally bigger, like the 72. See,
Yeah,
that's where these things are a matter of taste. But there, see, yeah, that could work. It is not. It's I do think I paid money for this font. I bought it because I like it. I think it's that good looking. I mean, it wasn't a lot.
Yes.
But the thing is, if you buy a font, then you can use it in your work. So I can't share it with you guys, and I won't, because it does have a copyright. Okay. You can find some things that look like it that are out there for free. But if I want to make something that I want to sell, I need to have paid for my fonts. Okay, I need to have a license for them because somebody took a lot of time and made that font, and I appreciate it and find it quite beautiful, and so that means I should pay them. So that's then that I still have to work out the different elements that we're going to put in this. So okay, all right. Do you guys remember what I did with this one here? What's going on? Okay, that's why I locked the picture. I'm happy with where the picture is. I lock it. And let me just.
I don't remember how we glowed it out.
Okay, sort of made it, because if I take off the background, if I turn off the eye and we go back to Command 0 will always put it back in this shape. And when I do Command 0, I get that white line and it makes me crazy. Okay.
The glow was nice and transparent.
Okay, so here, let me just take it out. I'll do it again. How about that? Okay, so I like the position, but it's dark on dark, so we can't see it. Yeah, everybody agree? Let me see if I can.
Agree.
Okay, so it's not a bad position. So the other thing is logos. Logos are specific, and you can't just change color. I mean, because the first instinct would be, hey, let's just turn it white. Okay? It's not intended to be in white, because we could even do what we did with the See Humanity. We could have a little fun and make it pink. So we could go to the eyedropper. Okay, that's just horrible. Okay, I feel like I see inside me we're disrespecting this logo at a deep
Doctor,
level.
how did you, when you picked the eyedropper, how did you like enhance the color at the same time? Because when I do the eyedropper, it just tells me the color.
Just okay. So it's selected. That's the big part. Okay. If I just pick the eyedropper, it's just going to change the color in the chip over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I take the black arrow, I choose the logo. It's all blue now. Or actually, it'll be whatever this color is. Okay. So it's selected, obviously, right?
Yes.
Now I choose the eyedropper. And here we'll go with this yellow. And if
Okay, so basically it's just we press select and then I color eyedrop.
Yeah, then it grabs whatever color from the image.
Okay.
So that's the cool part of them both being Adobe. They talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So and the fact is, Illustrator is not where you manipulate photographs. It's where you manipulate vectors. But because the two things are similar, it knows that it's over this pixel that is a certain color. So that's kind of a white light. Here's one that's very yellow. Oh, that's seeing through the whole museum to the sunset on the other side. That's what that space is. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I had an exciting moment. So, so there it is in yellow. So the eyedropper is, I would say, only use that. See, even here, that one might look better in yellow down there, but it doesn't. So I like that color we came to. So I want to leave, okay, respecting a logo is also like respecting the designer. A company, whoever, a brand will pay a lot of money to have a logo made. And because they will hire very professional people or multiple people. It's kind of like I will be showing you later some of the stuff with ADCB Bank, Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank. And they, about 5 years ago, changed their logo. I think it looks a million times better. I will show it to you, so I'm not going to talk about it now. But they paid a lot of money for all that identity to be changed. And part of when those people create a logo, they show you how to use it. And so now this logo has been made, okay, which represents the roof, and then, then the English and the English and the Arabic. So what I'm going to do is I'll zoom in again. So that was actually, that's Command plus. I showed that to you, okay? So I'm going to do edit, copy. So I've copied it, and you can see it selected over here. Then I'm going to do edit, paste in back. That's Command B, paste in back. So now you can actually see there's two of these. What I'm going to do, you can see when the stroke, there's the stroke, there's the stroke. Okay?
What's a
when
stroke?
It is, huh?
What's a stroke?
I'm going to show you. Stroke is the outline. Okay? So I'll start with a crazy color. Well, I'll just start with white. So fill, black, stroke, white.
Do I have to like press the background for the stroke to show up, or it's from the
No. I'm doing. We could turn it off, and I'll show this to you again. We could turn it off. So I've turned off that background thing I put in.
Mm.
So here is the logo.
Mm.
Now I can add stroke to it. But can you see that it has lost the essential logo? The stroke is now a part of every one of those letters, and it's making them smaller.
Yeah, like it's very thick.
Okay, and just for demonstration purposes, I can make it thicker. Okay, and when it gets to 3 pixels at this size, it will basically cover the letters up.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the reason I created the one in the background.
So it does not become very thick.
Exactly. So now there it is with the background. So the letters on top stay exactly as they are. And I can, well, we could check and see if I go back to Command 0. See now at this size, that's not really working. It's not help. It doesn't make it any more readable, right? Everybody see that?
Doctor, I'm sorry, I can you repeat the copy paste at the same exact location?
Okay. All right. I will go back to it. You want me to do that zoomed in?
I just want to remember how you copy paste, but it was in the same exact location.
Okay. Yeah. So I will put that on. I will delete. So edit, copy, paste in back.
Okay, okay.
You could paste in front, but which will paste it in front. But then we'd have to change what we've clicked. So paste in back, and now it's behind.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're going to add stroke. And I'm just doing white. You could make it pink if you wanted. Okay. You could make it. I always go with like the pretty intense colors. Yellow, but that's really the identity of the Louvre is black and white.
Can we choose a color, but a stroke color by the eyedrop?
Absolutely. Okay, so here's how you do that. You need to that's where this little thing becomes very important. Do you see it on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
So whichever one is on top is going to take the eyedrop color. So what happened there, just so you can see it, okay? All right, is the fill was on top, so it became brown.
Okay, so
right, the bottom one is selected. Now, if I bring, if I bring the stroke to the front and I go the eyedropper, now, and so you can see it, I'm going to make it.
So the back square is always the stroke?
Okay, wait, I've screwed up, all right? I went too many. Okay, I did too many things and confused myself. No, it looks like it's only taking it as fill. Because that's what it is in the picture. Okay, what it does is it has copied exactly. So the fill, this color is in the fill of this picture and it has no outline. So it becomes more complicated to do it for the stroke. So what I would have to do is then I don't want to select anything. I take the eyedropper. Sorry, this is more complicated. I select, so it has now selected this color. I want to take that color, okay? So what I've done is opened up this palette and I've clicked the plus tool. It's selected, There's the color, but it's not anywhere in here where I can use it. So I want to add it. Okay, not too worried about that. That just tells us the color. You should always use HSB anyway, but I say okay. So there's that color. And now I can select this background one, and now I can use that color. I don't know how visible it's going to be, but it will become. And now it's the same color, but it has no texture. Okay, so that's a little more complicated, but let's turn it back to white. It has to be selected. If I just go up here now, okay, nothing is selected. If I just go up here now and change this to white, nothing happens. What? Nothing happens. Okay? It has to be selected.
I feel that's me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But it has to be selected. Now I change it to white. Boom. Okay, but I've taken it up to 11 pixels, and look at these weird things that have happened.
Yeah.
That's horrible, right? There's even one here. That's gross. It's all gross. So what I then do is I choose Window, Stroke. And now I can go in here and I can round the corners and see now, right now, it has a square corner. I change it to a round corner. Look, it's all nice and curvy.
Curvy.
Okay, so that's in the stroke window. So now we look at it, it's like, oh, much better, right? More organic, it doesn't have the spikes.
Yeah.
Okay, otherwise we'd have to shrink the stroke to where it doesn't have that. I definitely love teaching you guys teaching this stuff to you guys, but unfortunately we have to move forward. But I got a couple more minutes. So now I've got this background and I'm gonna go Command-0. But that's kind of too much, isn't it?
Yes.
So because now the logo's there, but it's demanding all the attention. So one thing I can do is maybe make it a little smaller. Then I click on it again. And the other thing I can do is Window, Transparency.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I ultimately ended up at about 50. So it's 50% see-through now. And you can see it's become a little more brown.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to make it a little, maybe I could even just put in the numbers. I don't have to do the slider. The slider's a little more dynamic. I hit return. And now you can see that you can see through the letters in the background. I go Command-0. And there I can see it. I know it's there, but it's respectful to the logo. But the white isn't sort of screaming out, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because we could even consider adding one of these other colors that are naturally in the image to do it with. But so I think that's a whole lot of Illustrator that we didn't cover before. Hopefully this helps.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys can start working on, and then remember, even with something like this, be sure to play with your fonts. Okay.
Okay.
That one doesn't work, even though it's a favorite. Okay, that's all caps. That's boring. I can go back to honey. So You should experiment depending on your picture. It's going to adapt to different kinds of things. So you need to find some logos to use. If you're doing Abu Dhabi or Dubai, I can give you logos. I have them in vector format. And what I'll do is I'll put them up, I'll put them on the WhatsApp. Okay, so I think you should be able to download them from there. Is that, I guess I should put my camera back on.
But Doctor, WhatsApp loses its quality. The picture loses a lot of its quality.
No, but I'm not going to do it as a picture. I'm
okay.
going to do it as a file.
Okay.
Because I can upload files. It shouldn't. No, if I do it as a picture, no. I'm going to give it to you. I can give you Abu Dhabi and Dubai as a vector. And I can give you not only the Baskin-Robbins Dubai, okay? They have a better one, in my opinion, which is a sort of that same red in Abu Dhabi with a brown. It's more of a desert look. My personal opinion, Baskin-Robbins is too much. But the one that
I
looks
feel the
good,
same, Doctor.
okay, because I do in fact love how they've incorporated the Arabic and the English. That I love it when that's possible. I've made a kufic pattern with Abu Dhabi in Arabic, and actually my daughter submitted. They had the contest for Expo 2020. She made like a logo where she turned even Dubai into something more kufic looking and created a kufic pattern with the 2020 and stuff. So that inspired me. I've made a version of Abu Dhabi, some patterns that looks more kufic and square and that kind of style. So it actually patterns out pretty nicely. And that's even another level of what you can do in Illustrator, and it's not necessary for what we're doing. But hey, if you really get into Illustrator, I can spend some time and show you how to do some stuff. But for this assignment, not expectation on that. You don't have to become crazy about Illustrator. I love what you can do in Photoshop, but I like that you create in Illustrator and then you can incorporate the two things. Okay, so we're moved up. The draft is going to be a week from today. I'll write that into the WhatsApp.
Doctor, are you gonna take attendance?
Yeah, I knew that was coming. That's exactly what's in my mind right now. So
And after attendance, can I talk to you one-to-one for 3 minutes?
Okay, yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Doctor, for Wednesday we should came with our posters done.
Okay, so the draft of your poster is going to be Sunday. The final of your poster is a week from Wednesday.
Because on
Okay,
the
so I'm going to talk about
We pushed it a week. هو صار له ساعة يقول عادي.
everything's pushed a day. Essentially, it's like one day forward. Because
Yeah.
on Wednesday, I want to talk about some aesthetic things. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh gosh. I think I'm going to push it a week.
Thank you.
I know that's going to cut into other time, but there's a couple of things I need to go over because there is content we need to do besides all this fun. See, I find Illustrator and Photoshop is just fun. It is what I do for fun. So, okay. But I think I'm going to push the whole thing a week because we do need to talk about slogans, and I want to show you a bunch of examples that might inspire. All right, let me do attendance really quickly. Afra.
Yes.
Okay. Ain.
Yes.
Alia. Alia. Aliazia.
Yes.
Aisha.
Yes.
Ida.
Yes.
Hasna.
Yes.
Asna? Yeah, okay,
Yes.
thanks. Maha?
Yes.
Metha?
Yes.
Miriam? Miriam? Okay, that doesn't seem right. Okay. Nof Ahmed?
Yes.
Ahmed? Nof Ahmed?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Noor?
Here, doctor.
Yeah. Noora?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Nof Mohammed?
Present.
Reem?
Yes.
Sara? Sara? Weird. Okay, Shama Ahmed? Shama Khalid?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Thamna? T. Okay. Okay, I'm not Thamna. Waydad. Waydad's here. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. And I'm going to talk to Nof. Just give me half a minute. I'm just going to turn my mic off for a second, and
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
It's okay.
Sir?
All right. I'm back. It's just us. Or no,
Okay.
it's not. There's a couple more people.
It's just us and Sarah and Nof and I don't know, Ati and it.
That's Thamna.
بس عادي أقول شيء؟
Yeah, عادي.
Okay.
Oh, Thamna's here. Okay, sorry, Thamna.
Sir?
See, you didn't respond to me.
Sir?
Yes.
Can you open activity 2? Because I
Why?
want to see your feedback.
You want to what?
To see your feedback.
Oh,
On my-
okay. Okay. Whoa. Oh, there we go. All right. Was Sara there?
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, both notes. All right. I'll
Yeah.
fix that.
She asked if she can go first. I was like, yeah, fine.
Okay. All right. There we go. We're good.
مشكورة.
No, anytime.
Okay. Question.
Okay, Nof left.
Yeah. And no
Okay, so I
stayed.
guess it's just you and me and TH. I
Thamna.
don't know what she's doing. أول شيء, doctor, you should know that you're the only class I don't switch on my camera because you're my 8 a.m. class. That's sad.
Okay. Yeah.
So
very-
yesterday we started the SMSP program. Yay! And
Oh, okay. Wow. Mabruk.
thank you. It was hectic, 5 hours from my weekend. And I just wanted to make sure also that the credits will be transferred, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We've been doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you said like 6 credits or?
I
Oh.
think it is. Yeah, no, the registrar, whatever handles that, obviously we're going to respect that.
Oh, okay,
Not bigger than that.
because what we know is that it depends on the department more than the university itself.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
And
okay. I don't remember ever dealing directly with it, but I'm figuring it must be a ZU elective hours.
I hope so. And
And if you need some, then yeah, absolutely. And if it doesn't work that way, we can work together to make sure it does.
okay. And the next question is, would it when it's transferred, would it be T or will it be the grade itself?
I don't think it's grade. I think it's going to be T.
No, I hope so.
Because do they give you a mark?
Yeah, they give us grades.
Whenever it's an outside entity, it just becomes T. It's about. So I'm sure that will help you in an interview or whatever. I mean, I want to encourage you to get the best mark you can, if there's marks. In the rest of the world, nobody cares about marks. Here, GPA is everything. I mean, for years I said your GPA doesn't matter. Well, that's not true here. So, I mean, what I always said is GPA only matters if you want to go undergraduate work.
If you want to go
But
graduate.
here, for graduate work, then your GPA matters because you're going to more school. But it used to be for work, it didn't. But now I think Abu Dhabi government won't even talk to you or interview you without like a 2.7 or a 2.8. Is that right?
Yeah, ADNOC, for example, hires 3.0 and above. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for me,
The
thank
number
God.
of jobs, the number of jobs has stayed the same. The number of you has increased.
Yeah, I think that's it. And what also I wanted to ask about the program. Yeah, so luckily, alhamdulillah, it does not collide with your class because it starts at 10. Yeah, it starts at 10 a.m. The only nasty thing is I feel dizzy after all classes because of Zoom and seeing the screen the whole day. That's really
I know
bothering.
that feeling. It's depressing.
Yes.
Because lots of people are doing cool stuff, but I have no desire to go on to Zoom or Teams or whatever. Yeah, it's like, no, I don't want to sit and stare at TV again.
Yes, I became like, for example, when I had classes, I finished 10,000 steps a day. Now I'm just sitting at home, not moving. It really frustrates me.
So you need a treadmill. You need a treadmill, and then you can be in class and get your steps.
Well, I keep going to the gym. Another question is that someone told me that this semester would be pass and fail semester. Their instructors said so. Is that true? Or is it? Huh?
Yeah, you can do pass, no pass. Yeah.
This semester also is pass and no pass. It's confirmed. Not by the end of the semester we're gonna be surprised.
No, once you make a promise like that,